This is music, and this is sky piracy. Welcome to another First Impressions video. In these videos, I share with you my first impressions of the many blind buys I've picked up lately. It's time for some more Japanese first impressions, this time some more modern stuff. And we are starting with Captain Mina and her band of sky pirates. That's right, Fate Gear. This one here, Kill the Shadow King. Believe it or not, it's actually a single, considering all the tracks on here. So that's something fishy going on. Guess it has to be flying fish. Anyways, there's also this one here, and this is the Vanguard of Hades, also a single. What the hell is going on with all the tracks here? What? And there's a third single by Fate Gear, and that is this one here, Winds of Fall. And this one actually only has 3 tracks on it. Okay, so we are dealing with, I would call this modern power metal with a solid foundation in traditional heavy metal, touches of melodic death metal, and other styles of extreme metal, just touches. A little bit of progressive metal as well, a little bit of folk metal, and just some straight up hard rock too. So there's actually a lot of pretty interesting stuff going on here. So you have lots of just cool guitar melodies. It sounds epic. Great riffs. A lot of influence from Iron Maiden and Halloween. Um, just just catchy power metal songs. One thing that's really interesting is that they have more vocalists singing, their own songs. There's a lady called Nana who sings a lot of the songs, and there's another lady called Kokomi who sings some of the songs. And it's interesting because they have quite different qualities to their voices. Um, Kokomi has more of a cheery sounding voice, and Nana has more of a heavy metal power voice, if you know what I mean. And in addition to that, you also have harsh vocals to just, inject some of that extreme metal. And again, there's only just sprinkles of extreme metal. Uh, but really good stuff. This is awesome power metal. If you're interested in modern power metal, Fate Gear is definitely a band that's worth checking out. Now, the reason why Kill the Shadow King has so many tracks on it is that you have a ton of live bonus tracks. Essentially, you have an entire live album's worth of tracks. And it's the same thing with the Vanguard of Hades. You have an entire, basically, live album as bonus tracks. And this is really cool because if you live in Europe, it's not easy to find Fate Gear stuff, so it's not super accessible. So it's actually quite cool that you have at least some live versions of, their other songs. And you have, again, it's a blend of power metal with extreme metal. You even have some blast beat parts every now and then, harsh vocals, some folk metal, progressive metal, traditional metal. A lot of cool stuff in the live tracks too, and they are not polished in terms of the production. They're kind of raw sounding without being lo-fi, but that just adds, I would say, authenticity. So Fate Gear, awesome stuff, definitely worth checking out. We have some more modern power metal. This time Hagane. This is 9021. Modern power metal, quite epic sounding, very melodic. You have touches of J-pop in there even. Uh, really good drums and vocals, I would say. So this is super solid stuff. This is very enjoyable. It's quality modern power metal as well. I think what happened after they released this album, half the band quit for some reason. So they had to recruit some new members. And with the new lineup, they released this EP, Life Goes On. And it has 5 tracks on it. And 3 additional bonus tracks, instrumental versions of some of the other tracks on here, basically, so you can do some karaoke if you want, I think. Same style, just much better, and there's nothing wrong with 1921. This is just much better, in my opinion. So, super epic power metal with elements of J-pop, really interesting vocals, great drumming, nice guitar riffs, high energy. Uh, Maybe some of the songs have a slight touch of power thrash as well. I mean, I would say there's some straight up power thrash songs on here too. So it's high energy power metal, super melodic and catchy and memorable as well. Excellent stuff. And this lineup also put out an entire album. This one here, Top of the Towers, same style. So high energy power metal, super melodic, super catchy, great vocals, crazy drumming. Although the drummer, she's known for being a powerhouse. She sounds like she's holding back a little bit, but maybe it's just, don't do more than what serves the song, if you know what I mean. And her drumming is great on here. She's absolutely a great drummer. This is a fantastic power metal album. Awesome modern power metal. Given how much European power metal sucks, in my opinion, it's freaking awesome that you have all these Japanese power metal bands just ripping it up. Uh, I appreciate that. Fantastic stuff. Moving away from power metal a little bit, we have this one here, Apple of My Eye by Nemophila. The first album they put out as a four-piece after Saki left to pursue a solo career. Um, Now it's always good to hear Mayu's voice. She's a great singer and she sounds great on this album too. She has a very unique voice, which I appreciate. And she can do harsh vocals. She can do crooning. She can do power belting. She can do epic sounding, big sounding vocals. She could do soft ballady stuff. She could do like cutesy, kawaii vocals too. Although she doesn't do that a whole lot in Nemophila's own songs, but she's done that in a couple of their cover songs. It's always great to hear her, and she sounds fantastic on here too. And you have some great guitar solos as well. And the drummer, again, a fantastic drummer. Um, Tamu Murata, she's up there with the Mike Portnoys and the Mark Zunders of the world. She's one of the best rock drummers around, in my opinion. Excellent stuff on the musicianship side of things. Um, Genre wise, I would say it's mostly a metalcore meets new metal album without too much of either genre, which I appreciate because I kind of don't like those genres. Nothing against people who like metalcore or people who like a new metal. I just don't like those genres that much, but there's not too much of that, although it's a combination of those genres. So I kind of enjoy this album for sure. You have some quite heavy tracks as well, a little bit of groove metal in some of the tracks too. Maybe a slight touch of modern thrash in a couple of songs. Uh, so it's definitely good stuff, but there's something missing. And maybe it's just something I'm making up in my head because I know a member left. Uh, there's kind of like a dimension missing. The kind of the power metal elements that they usually have on their releases, that's kind of missing. Maybe that's it. Maybe there's a dimension missing to the guitar solos because they don't have two guitarists now to trade off one another doing solos. Maybe that's it. I don't know. There's something missing, but it's not a bad album. I definitely enjoy it for sure. So there you go. And up last, we have this one here, Reflection by Risky Melody. Modern melodic heavy metal with elements of J-pop. You know what? I'm gonna call this pop metal. Modern pop metal. And I don't mean that in a derogatory sense at all, because this is really good stuff. Really enjoyable. Uh, but it's kind of like very melodic, modern hard rock power metal perhaps with really good vocals, but then just a lot of yeah, J-pop elements and keyboard sounds that you would recognize from. more J-poppy stuff. The core sound is rock, it is hard rock for sure, and it's really good. This might be a good gateway into rock music for fans of J-pop who are looking for something a little bit more mature than a lot of the other kind of Japanese bands and outfits and idols that combine J-pop and rock and metal. This is a quite mature sounding, in my opinion. So if you're looking for that, this is a pretty good gateway into the world of rock and metal for a J-pop fan. And maybe vice versa, if you are a metal fan and you're J-pop curious, there you go. Here's your liaison into that world. I think it's really good. I really enjoy it. I have to give it more listens. I have to spend some more time with this one. It didn't click right away, unlike Fate Gear and Hagane did, but it's very close to clicking. This is a really good stuff. So there you go. Some pretty good stuff in my opinion. As always, check out the releases on your own. For now, thanks for watching.